Khalifa, man. Paper plane gang. One young. Hey, shout out to my brother Spitter, man. I just wanted to say that. Yeah.
Ball moves side to side, and Christian Davis finished. Davis is an impressive player. They call him CD, but he's stepping up now.
There's Coward.
Going to lay up to feel better in your next jump shot.
First points for Atlas. Really not letting up at all here in the final 3 minutes and change. There's Coward.
The ball's just sticking now. They've got to get it swinging. Those one-on-one plays, those are tough to handle. He's a massive human being with a lot of length. Loves wearing the uniform and plays extremely hard. It seems like 4 or 5 positions on the court can post up.
Coward on the drive, the dump underneath to Ethan Price, and Penn State looking for a double-digit lead. Coward.
For a second, or think, against this Iowa transition. Great pass, good job. There's and Josh Dix. He's got legs. Keep your eye on him for the next couple minutes to see if he can take over this game.
Inside, Eric
situation. Fran McCaffrey drew that play up so Traore could rip and get to the rim.
Riley's belief in him after coming here from the University of Washington.
Not to mention those 4 guys who followed him from Cheney.
No question. Lawan Watts, bare double figures tonight with 11.
The final 3 minutes.
Which led to a couple turnovers in those final couple minutes.
No doubt.
Coward on the drive, takes it right. Coward shake and bake.
Quiet points from Habib.
Coward off the pump, mid-range shot.
Feature what David Riley wants, what he had Cheney, what he wants in Pullman. Finally, Coward's shot.
Issue trying to be clean here down the stretch. Backed out to Okafor. 10 to shoot for Coward's 3. Dies on the back iron. The lead for Coward now. There's Coward. Lead for Washington State.
Back to Coward. Totally. There's so much talent coming out of that city. Coward.
Ending player for the Zags, now coaching in the Australian League.
Coward.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, stop.
Just a great guy. Great player here, great player in the NBA. Great role player is what he was.
Coward turns the corner, stops on a dime.
That's a pro.
With that size, you know, he's got those guard skills as well because he played that back in his high school. Coward, skip pass. Calmise for 3. On the hardwood. Cedric Coward on the block.
Calmise stopped up. Into the post, Cedric Coward. Can he get a bucket for WSU? From the baseline, timer was low. Back and forth between Isaiah Watts, Ethan Price.
He has a knack for that. I mean, he has just like a go button where he just speeds up so quickly, explosive to the rim. We saw that against UC Davis.
Coward gets doubled up on the baseline.
Of course, one of 4 players that David Riley brought here from Eastern Washington. As another one on the block, Cedric Coward backing down on block. And Lawan Watts passing on the 3.
Going inside now, they got a mismatch.
Faces the double, skip pass, Eric Strupp, another 3.
4 inside, you got to go body to body with the defender. Watch Coward right now. They're coming with the double on Coward. That's interesting.
The floater, good by Eric.
Let's see if they come with a double. That's a great kick out.
Yeah, Lawan Watts for 3.
I think one of these games early in the year he had 4 points and the team won easily.
Well, yeah, it just shows the versatility of this team. When you talk about...
It won't matter. I think he will be on an NBA roster this year. This coming year, I should say.
Coward trying to get past block. Now trying to use his body. Just being a bully with the...
And then head to Moline, Illinois to hook up with Iowa.
That city's. And that's Coward doing the nice pivot in
threes just to get back into it. They're down 21-4. They got some really nice steals and hit some tough threes to get back into that game.
very complimentary of him, not just with his shooting, but he really highlighted his defense as well.
No question.
Coward thinks himself to... Eric Strug back to Coward. 6 on the timer. Off the fake, contested 3-ball, rattles it.
Coward goes in, he's fouled.
That shot right there, they've done a good job of defending him.
And just his second field goal attempt tonight. Coward. Coward brings it up. Looking to power his way down low again. Oh, the spin, maneuvers to the cup, spin it home. Coward stops. Quick pop on the 3, and Cedric Coward. Left open, Cedric Coward. He can knock it down from deep.
1 of 9 from 3.
Coward trying to answer, sticks it. Price immediately off the inbound, swings it out. Coward for 3.
You could hear in the background David Riley, I think, expressing that same thing. And there's Coward, catch, shoot, and chance here to unbelievably get this game to 20.
Tough shot.
Into the corner. And the rebound for Price. Out to Coward. That 3 will fall. First.
Now Washington State 29 per game, 32 for Northern Colorado. Another one can't convert, and another chance for the Cougars. As Coward, second opportunity again for Benwith, and obviously playing with a trio of former teammates definitely helps as Coward rattles in.
No question he's done that tonight.
I think he heard you.
Yeah.
As he unloads for 3 again, puts it in.
Yep.
Cedric.
Watts again, so they're coming with the double. Watts, good passer. Look at that
pass.
Yep.
Extra pass, Coward for 3. Well,
State is a very good offensive team, and they're giving him multiple opportunities.
Coward.
And a problem for Wazoo early in the season. They cannot allow Idaho to get more chances.
Cedric desperately need points here. Coward steps left for 3. In and out. The tip won't.
Don't care if you've missed a few shots, a few free throws. When you're open, you pull.
Entry, Watt. Coward for 3.
Tough shot.
Really tough.
from downtown, like you highlighted, 28% so far for a Bears squad who can shoot it well. Run Coward off his. You know, big thing when we talk to David Riley, you got to take care of the basketball with them pushing so much. As Coward, right on cue, throws it early on in the first couple minutes. Cedric Coward off the pump, able to regain possession. Now in the corner, getting the screen.
Coward sets up easy.
Trying to start 3-0. Idaho coming off a tight loss with UC Davis back on Thursday night last week.
And Idaho went with a bigger starting lineup tonight.
Here in the half for Washington State. Coward to...
Clearly an impact, right? Had to sit early because of 2 player fouls. Only played 9 minutes in the first half.
Lawan Watt, 9th. Dane Eric Strip, it was an illegal screen last time down. See Greg Nixon say he kind of slung his hip out. Coward trying to drop it to Okafor. Got it.
Coward finding room on the baseline. May have gotten away with a little bit of a hook. As he
2 good looks in the last couple possessions.
Coward spinning baseline. Good defense by Sanford. Wow,
He's so much stronger.
spins again, and this time Coward.
Right at the size of Washington State.
Coward this time in the post. Coward set back. Ethan Price passes on the 3. Lawan Watts. And he can't lay it in. Coward battling for the offensive board.
Oh, beautiful ball fake.
Coward. Lawan Watts. And 6 unanswered in just about 30 seconds for Portland State capitalizing. Big stroke. Skip pass, Calmes contested triple, and he's found a home. And a push off on set.
They did that on their home court in Peoria Monday night. The Cougs winning here against Portland State. And there's Ethan.
Preseason #1 team in the Missouri Valley.
And who did I see there? PJ. And of course, Raph.
Oh, Coach Raftery and I were working very hard. We're much bigger than he is. That's a big front line. Oh, tough call. A 7-footer handling the ball and gives it to the other. They have bigs who are very...
Truly is a center or a forward, whereas Ethan Price, you know, he's big, he's 6'10", but he's a wing. Dane Erikstrup, 6'11", but he's a wing. By Calmes pushing Colton Mitchell out of the key there on the drive.
Russ tight on Erikstrup. Price bouncing Coward. And a foul called up the floor on Washington.
And the passing looks crisp by the Cougs. Whenever they're doubled off a screen, it's a low bounce pass into the open player.
Jump shooter anymore.
16 points per game, averaging almost 8 rebounds a game, over 5 assists per game.
Square up shots, three-pointers when he's open, but when he has to put the ball on the floor and start moving and shaking, it doesn't usually go. Not many things that Dane can't do on a basketball court.
It's going to be a fun battle tonight. Watts trying to muscle his way to the rim. Can't get that one to go. Coward shot tip. Calmes on the push. End to end. Dumps it to Coward. Coward knocked away by Thelwell, and he tried to call timeout, but it...
Skip pass out to Calmes. He'll fire it from deep. Timer. Coward, the mid-range J.
I'll tell you, this one game in 4 years that he scored 20. Strong move. Coached by a guy named Xavier Silas, who played at Colorado. Dad was James Silas, former NBA player.
Through the first half.
Really, really impressive.
Price trying to answer. From deep, no question. Back to Erikstrup again. To Coward off the nice feed. 21-4 Portland State on the road. Coward with the skip pass. And that one...
Ties the game, and now Price
To help them, he certainly is. You don't get as many chances to work on it as the NBA teams do.
not going to happen now.
Good reason. 46 out of the 49 votes. Close to unanimous.
He's touched on this early. This is not a role we saw him in at all.
I'm very surprised. I did not see.
When he had that terrific freshman year, 17 points was his best game at Washington last year.
First game, I think, too. Again, Marion Birch. Really good.
He stepped out of bounds, but good to see him knock down a shot. If you're Idaho, he was 5 of 10 against UC Davis and raised in private donor funds. Cougar Athletics just trying to up the game. And again, the battle down low. Look at Payne and Watts going at it.
And Idaho to start this season. The spin around.
The play to Gonzaga. He's the coach at Perth in the.
Here he is off the curl. And again, just an inspirational story, working his way up from deep.
Good D by Cedric Coward. Half around, and he got the deflection. Some three-point shooting going on.
Johnson pass, turnover. Isaiah Watts blocked. Cleanly.
Freeman's tip rattles off, and Cedric Coward will push it up the floor. Calmes on the run. And
for the slam.
Clear defensive miscommunication as Dane Erikstrup lifts his hands up toward his teammate. There was a double team there, wide open.
Zach Block coming into this one, averaging 13 points per game, 52% from downtown. Coward slashing, doing what he does best. Coward again pushing with the wheels. Another. Pulled from behind, to the rack. And on the opposite end, set.
Saw Payne. He's going to go rest. Couple free throws there for Kyson Rose to get up to 6 points.
Uneven first half. You look at the scoreboard, it's a one-possession game.
Exactly right. Great job by Iowa to battle back in this game. Those are big whistles in an early important season game between these two teams.
Pressure defense. Here's Calmes. Now Coward back to Calmes. Has to hurry. It's 10 seconds.
Contested three. Coward skies for the board.
Good D. Here's what we're talking about with Erikstrom. Moves his feet very well, and that length is difficult to shoot over.
They know each other so well. The shot short for Linhart. Coward trying to get out with it, and Linhart fouled him.
And it rolls off to Coward.
That's the shot he wanted. You got the screen rescreen by Freeman. Created some
three. Pin balls out. Long rebound tipped out to Coward. And Coward
way through.
Craftiness at 6'8".
Anybody looking to buy a bucket? Another turnover.
Calmes poked out with three.
9 to play in what's been an exciting matchup so far to begin the season. Johnson hang. Isaiah Johnson dancing with
Our night. That'll be at halftime. Connor Dillon in, number 2 for Bradley. And with the shot clock running out, that
Physical, a little bit emotional. It's what you want to see in the Battle of the Palouse. On Jack Payne.
Brickner trying to go back to work. Bumped.
Two, and they turn the ball over. And what about Peyton Sanford? He's on his second
on
win.
the drive, a whistle.
really coughed the ball up a couple times in those final 3.5 minutes, and a strong take there.
Every single year, the crowds turn out. It was an intense shoot-around today. He knows how important this game is. Ran through a lot of play sets. They've got a lot in their toolbox. And boy,
as a team who, when we talked to him yesterday, they have more guys who can make a play with the ball offensively than the last couple of years. Lots of contact, and that one off the mark offense. Habib dumps it down. Noel banging on the block, trying to find an opening. Curtis
has he's done a boomerang portal. Left Bradley and came back.
Well, I don't know too many times that's happened.
Yeah, and there's a
good night for Isaiah.
You don't get rewarded for difficulty in this sport, do you?
Exactly.
Nice little post up there, and Montgomery.
1 point for the Braves so far.
Missed by Cor
and doing some investigative journalism. Hey, I'm going to send this text out and see if Cedric is coming too.
Isaiah Watts, who, by the way, was wanted.
Harding wants to get it down to his high school teammate. Freeman to work. Dembele in the corner.
Wisney spins past Coward, faces the
minutes. The action out here has been terrific. The energy level of both teams is very, very good.
Again, you can just feel the excitement here in Pullman with that start for football.
Juan Johnson, look at that build. If you can tell on television, man, it is he is a thick, strong guy out of Milwaukee.
This free throw. Bradley clearly needs some.
So far in the second half, the lead matches the largest for Washington State at 11. Cedric Coward almost picked the pocket of Isaiah Brickner.
And just a pest. Looking to move lateral. 3 for 3 from deep.
Brickner trying to go in on Coward. Legend. Of course, slip lots with the Seattle Sonics, but
that's a 6-0 run for the Cougars.
Let's see if Cooper Cock can find some openings in the corner. Sensational freshman. He's got to come off firing.
Just 1 for 3 so far to start this night. Sanford enters it in.
And Freeman. They're going to clear out here and go to work. That's been effective for him.
Harding directed traffic, shot clock down to 5.
And he doesn't know it.
Gotta go to work.
9-point lead for Washington State. This the largest.
He's such a great teammate, but for them to be at their best, he's got to stay aggressive offensively.
All over the floor. Terry Miller had a defensive identity.
A year ago, the team gave up 67 points per game. Curtis had made 5 threes in his career. He's 3 for 3 tonight.
Yep.
Each week. Just terrific. And I'm hoping basketball ends in the same place.
8 points, including 4 straight. He'll spin it around to Price Sanford. Now to his brother Peyton for a 3. Offense. Here's Sanford. Inside the lob to 3. Sanford for the lead. Sanford. His 3 blocked. Here's Sanford. How about that? The defense shall lead them, Jess.
There you go.
Best, he's got to stay aggressive offensively.
Tornado run.
Yeah, but not every night, you know, but when he's feeling it.
Danker. Danker again from deep. Erikstrup now up to 12.
In college basketball.
It really is. Wide open Trey from the corner. He capitalized Terry Miller. Miller. Mid-range Jay, the floater, gets it to drop. Man, that's something David Riley really preached to us yesterday. They got to take care of the ball.
Season high 16 for Lawan Watts. Backdoor cut.
Chris on that triple. Portland State looking for a response offensively. Again, a 17-point lead as Coward takes it away. He looks to go coast to coast. Henderson trying to turn the corner. He hangs the kick out. Johnson extra pass. Henderson unloads from deep. Off the heel. And off to Embiid. Slashing. Hanging too strong off the... Vikings pushing. Transition 3-ball on the way. That one's short. Bodies hitting the deck.
Long way to go.
Not even 4 minutes into the second half. Miller faces the double. The kick out. Off the heel. And getting his own miss. Noel up and up.
He's doing a great job of finding the hot hand.
A lot of different options you can go to for this Washington State squad. Habib stops on a dime. Falling away off the window. Ishmael Habib. Miller passes on the 3. Mazes his way through. At 18. And more free throws coming up. And quickly the other way, Portland State back to Miller. Habib. Desperation time here for Portland State.
Coach of the year, back-to-back in the Big Sky Conference, David Riley.
And of course, Washington State, it is an entire and almost entirely new roster after a fabulous season last year.
He had 3 good years, very good years.
Goes down, doesn't get a call.
That Duke tried to sell the call, they weren't buying it.
Dillon, and there's Connor there, but Calnice miss. Bradley back, Montgomery pull up.
By 7.
Just an astonishing run to finish second in the league. Nice feed inside.
Talk about ball movement. That was
Wilson trying to slow Duke Dean up a little bit, make him change.
good luck with that.
Ah, nice give to Anna for the finish. Duke Dean met Jonovich. You see the big guy number 14 for Bradley in for the first time.
And he gave Erikstrup too much of a cushion the last time. Nice play. The left-handed missed free throws and turnovers would be the easiest way for them to get back in.
Anna back in.
Oh, boy. First half, we'll see if Connor can get something going.
Good open look there. Nice reversal by Dean.
Done here at Washington State, Ted. You and Ryan Leaf will be there tomorrow.
Washington State, chance for Idaho to build on its early lead. For us, Hemda fights Julie. Mitchell trying to drop it to Brickner. He's able to just save it. A three from Tyler Morris. It was bumping into Eric Strupp. He's able to wrestle it away from three Cougars. Colton Mitchell.
Step out and shoot a three.
Mitchell beat the 10-second call by a second. Linhart may have stepped on the sideline and a foul comes underneath. Bucket for Marcus Wilson. And it puts Washington State ahead here, approaching later stages of the first half. The offensive end, we heard that a lot.
An awesome phrase from Bob McGillip, a Davidson coach. He coached
on the side of the floor. Dane Eric Strupp holds his ground. Jack Payne, three on the timer.
Header with the women. It's going to be phenomenal.
The late, great Bill Walton, he tried to do it once in Moscow. Came up short. He said for Washington State. Miles Clapper tried to take.
His release is so high. 6'11". What can you do?
Tyler Morris. Season high 16 for Lawan Watts. Backdoor cut. Chris Gonzalez.
As quickly as both of these teams do. If you will cut backside, somebody will find you.
Oh, nifty. Harding finds Dix in the corner. Freeman, it's taken away by Dix. Telegraph that pass. Dix up the floor to Harding. No look to Koch, who's fouled. A Washington State high for Calmy. Sanford, three. Got it. Maybe.
Very quiet. He's got to deliver here down the stretch.
9 to shoot. Sanford, rebound, foul, and free throws to the other end as Coward picks up his third.
Of 28 performance from three-point land. That one pinballs in and out from Hawthorne.
Well, these teams average
everything, I should say, and also bring that energy for this Coug squad.
No doubt.
Block unloads from deep, leaves it short. Fight for the board, anchor and a reset. He'll take it in the paint, high off the glass. Shooter, but he has admitted he can get a little trigger happy at times. As Hawthorne, he passes on the three, finds Reilly instead from deep. And Eric Strupp trying to get the offensive board. Coward not able to keep it alive for Washington State. Danker.
Oh, good fake.
Bounce pass McCreary, extra pass.
Too much.
Well, you know, there's no question. He's a great talker.
Hey, I got a few more years. Okay?
Yeah.
let's not rush anybody into the analyst role.
McCreary from downtown. Block. Baseline take, stops on a dime. Really, the give it course in that conference pick to finish third. Block. Another three ball, this time off the back iron, falls into the hands of Reynolds. Goes.
Hawthorne, he held his ground and went vertical, and Watts could not power it through. Watch out.
Three ball block. Goal! A track meet in the last couple of possessions. Hawthorne turns the corner.
Nice.
34 points in the paint tonight for Washington State. Try to go backdoor. Back to Washington. Later for Ken Bone, Klay Thompson. I was able to watch him here in Pullman for his final season. Soaring to the rack, but a foul can do against that, to be honest.
Totally, you're right.
Left wide open in the corner. Hawthorne, where the threes just, it's Lawan Watts. We'll try to answer with a deep ball. That one way off the drop. Who got out to a hot start, but leaves it short. The Coward able to track down the offensive board. The mid-range J, off the front iron. Gets his own. Calmes unloads. That one happened.
Calmes gets the look. We were talking to David Riley today, and we're seeing it for Coward in person today. That's what I said to you, man. Somebody's going to have him.
Could be 3 and D. Could be
handoff to Duke Dean.
But good pressure again. Nice.
Corner three. This time. Watts, Isaiah, and then people that probably had the most work with Bill over the years, that the answer to that, no.
They're not coming from Lapwai High School, an incredible scorer.
Cedric Coward trying to get a hand in. Mitchell lets it fly. End of the timer. Coward. Both David Riley say that and Nate Calmes say that. He just had the three-point try for WS.
Watts toeing the line for a three. Strong off the heel. There's Koch with a Calmes. Got a screen from Watts for three. And the rebound ripped down by Trey. Here's Price looking for a three to start things off. Long rebound out to Cedric Coward. The it is strong and a rebound by Coward.
Lawan Watts for three. And Eric Strupp trying to get the offense the double.
That was good defense by Coward.
Really left wide open, but can't make Washington State pay. And Portland State forces another turnover. Isaiah Johnson, the sidestep, and a block by Coward. Give and go back to Coward on the kickoff. Kick out. Coward will try again from distance over Johnson. Washington State. Skip pass, transition, Trey. 5 of...
Executed beautifully.
But Curtis can't get that one to drop as Keon Myers finds the trailing Henderson from Noel. And Cedric Coward wasn't anticipating that lob in.
Certainly was not.
Henderson.
Wow.
Burning up the floor.
That should have been called.
I know, coming with it the other way.
Washington State, everybody here is held accountable from your leading scorer to your walk-on.
Tyson Rose rejected by Cedric Coward.
On a switch by Dembele, and Harding with the steal. 2-on-1. Harding drops it off for Sanford to the rim. Count the silver lining in that cloud. Another turnover for Washington State. Here comes Dix on the run. Dix got tripped up on his.
Another 3 ball from the corner, too strong. Minot tried to get the offensive board, and now controlled by Washington State, but Cedric Coward stepped on the end line.